We're going to be creating this fun slide out card today, and I'm breaking up the tutorial into several different videos just so that you can take it chunk by chunk to put it together. So the first thing we're going to do is to create our card base, and I'm going to start out with a white sheet of paper just to show you what the cuts are, and I encourage you to do this. This is not a beginner friendly project. This is definitely a more intermediate card making project to try. So if you're new to card making, maybe save this and come back to it after you're used to doing cuts and scores on your card. So to start out, we're going to start with an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper. We're going to put it on our scoring board, and if you don't have a scoreboard, you can definitely do these folds with just a bone folder. But I encourage you to get a scoring board. It's a lot easier to make different folds with or scores with. So we're going to score it at 1/2 inch from the edge, and then again at 4.5 inches from the edge. And that creates the folds we'll need for our card base. So I'm going to take my scoreboard, set it aside, and I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and put it down here so that you can see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it here at my 4.5 inch mark, and then again at my 1/2 inch mark. And it will get sandwiched together. The adhesive will go on this tab right here, and it'll get sandwiched together like that. So with my folded edge facing to the right, I'm going to open up my paper trimmer and slide this in. My first cut, so I am making the cuts that allow this piece to get slipped in and create my sliding piece right here. So you'll notice that there's 2 cuts in my paper right here. So my first cut I'm going to do at 7 1/4 of an inch from this edge, from the left here. So I'm going to line up my left edge all the way to the top at 7 1/4, and I'm going to be from the top edge working down. I'm going to be starting at 3/4 of an inches down and going all the way to 4 3/4. So what I like to do so that I don't cut where I don't want to is to come up here and put my blade at 3/4 of an inch, and then put my cutting blade down. And I like to go ahead and draw my finger all the way down to the mark I want to go down towards. I have this nice see-through piece here, but I like to kind of visually know where I'm heading. Okay, that's my first cut I've made. The second cut is going to be at 4 3/4 of an inch. So again, I'm going to line this left edge up here to 4 3/4. I'm going to slide my cut blade up to 3/4 of an edge. Let's make sure it's there. And then I'm going to put it down and drag it down to 4 3/4. Okay, so now I have my cuts and I've created my card base. So I'm all ready to move on to the next part, which would be the next video, video number 2, of assembling this card. So what I encourage you to do is to watch this video and then try it on a piece of scrap paper. The more you practice, the easier and less intimidating this becomes when you go to use your really nice, good cardstock. So look for video number 2.